Hello class 12 students. Now the first chapter has been completed. We are starting here chapter number 2, that is function. This is a new chapter because you did not hear about functions in class 11. So please pay attention. We are starting here with the term of function. First of all, what do you mean by a function or a module? A block of code or statement is known as a function which is used to execute a particular task or related subtask, that is known as a function. Functions are here three types. We are including built-in, library defined and user defined functions. Built-in functions we are already using, that means which are existed in libraries and we have to use these functions as it is. As you know, function always we are using with the parenthesis symbol and always its name like a variable, it doesn't include any blank space between that. Same rules are followed as we are declaring variable or any name. So built-in functions, for example, print, we are taking input, length, etc. These are inbuilt functions which we are used as it is without any change. Now the next one is library defined function, which have to import it from Python's library with this statement import math. So first declare or mention this statement import math, then include in your program math dot operator for accessing the methods or properties of this object math, then function name. Function name, for example, I am taking here POW, that is for power, and then parenthesis we are putting here. We can provide here arguments like as 2 and 3. So 2 is used for the base and 3 is for the power. Same like as maths dot square root, if we find the square root of 4, so as an argument we have to provide here 4, and 4 square root is 2, so answer will be 2. There are many functions included in the maths library which are library defined functions. Next one and important is user defined function, which is defined by user itself. So there is not any mandatory that the function name you have to take as it is in the library. It's users wish whatever name you are taking here, but the same rules are followed here. Not any single space between the function name and not any keyword you can use here. So here is a keyword which you have to mention here with the statement def. Def is used to define a function. Def, then function name, then its parenthesis, then body of the function. Now the next example, same like as def mul for the multiply, and then parenthesis and then so on. For example, let me clear it. Def sum, as an argument whatever variables we are passing here at the time of definition, that is known as the formal parameters or the arguments. After that colon symbol is here because we are continuing the statement. Then the body of the function, that is return a plus a. This operator we can mention here for addition this argument or variable. Returning statement is mandatory to mention in a function whenever we want to return or we want to get any output from this function. Now the next one point is advantages of functions. What are the advantages? Why we are using functions? First and important thing, easy and fast program development. First of all, whenever we are creating any program, it is a set of instructions or statements. Multiple statements are there, so many times we have to use again and again the same concept or the same blocks. So for the program development it is very easy and not so time consuming method. Next one, easy program testing. If we include all the statements in a block or in a set of statement, so it is very easy to test that particular block or that particular statements. Third one is increased program readability. Very easy for the user and programmer also to read a program in sections, or you can say in blocks. Reusability, let's suppose we have created any function of q. So if once we have created that function, then we can use that particular function in our program many times. So there is no need to write again and again. We can just call that function and then use that function very easily. Now the next topic is calling and definition of the function. First of all, we have to define the function, that is known as definition of the function, where the formal arguments we can pass here. Then at the time of passing here actual values to the formal parameters, this statement we can write here, and this is known as calling of the function. Let's see, for example, def mul, that is for the multiplication. I'm taking here any variable or any function name. A and b arguments we are passing here as the variable. Then the returning statement return a multiply b, multiply operator we are using here. So after that, this function definition has been completed. After that, a is another variable we can take here, equal to mul, that is the function name. Whenever we are using function calling, there is no need to write here def. This is just for the definition purpose. Simply write here function name, then values we can pass here. Two variables we are taking here, so two values as depend on these variables we have to just pass here. Then print a, because this returning statement, the output of a multiply b will be in a variable. So print a. Now the answer will be 200 as output, it would be declare here. Next thing, one more example we are taking, def my function. There is not any space, I am taking here underscore. So this is the function name. Then same like as here, this time I'm not passing any argument because I have to just print here a statement hello Python. So there is no need for the arguments. So here is exiting from this function definition. Here is another print statement printing created function. Then I'm calling here my function which I have created here. So the output will be from here, execution would be started here, printing created function here, this line. Then my function is calling, then this function will go there in the definitions part, and inside this function this print statement is existed, and this print statement will be executed and print here hello Python. I hope so this is clear to you. Now the next topic we will include in the next video. Thank you.